Hello there, and welcome to a rant about life. I'm going to be ranting about my Sony cassette DV player that I've bought. Not so much about the player, about the firewire connection that Sony insisted on fitting on DV cameras. A pathetic design that so often ends up breaking and rendering $4,000 cameras like this PD170 kind of like you can't do anything with the data. If you can't connect the fucking thing to a hard drive, what are you supposed to do? And it is a bet noir. I just bought this camera and it was 180 euros, so it was a cheap price, and I didn't ask if the firewire was okay. It was stated that the camera was okay. Plug it in. I loved the look when I got it, when I opened it. It looked alright. Cursory look, no deformation. Plugged it in, problems, intermittent connection, and one of the four stupid little pins that are encased in the plastic bent and pushed back and fucked basically. So I took a staple. I've got the backlight on so it's a bit blown out, but I took a staple. Its autofocus is on, and yeah, I won't pick that up. And kind of like made it better if I put... I've lost my phone. I've had a massive thunderstorm. Have I got kittens? The kittens are over there in the rain. They're all wet. The mother's outside crying. I've lost my phone. The camera's not working. If I turn the backlight off, because it is brightening up a bit after the storm's gone by. Now I'm recording straight to the hard disk, right? So I've got to be very careful with the camera. Not to move the cable, and I can't show you a picture of the setup because I've lost my phone, and I can't find my phone because my landline is unplugged. Why is it unplugged? Because all I get is calls saying, do you want some roof insulation, or are you going to upgrade to a new electric meter? I found ball. Just to say that the camera's lovely. So this is in progressive scan. It's recording onto the computer now. I might be able to pick the camera up. If I hold what I've done with that staple is, if I hold the wire, this cable going into the computer, if I hold it down, it gets a signal. Can you hear that cat? She's doing my head in. Somebody's going to have that cat and one of the kittens. Kittens are really sweet. Kittens, right? But you can't have all the kittens in the world, and it's just difficult to find a home for kittens in France today, in the world we live in today, because everything's illegal. It's a wonder we can still breathe. Thank God Macron didn't get a carte blanche and win the kind of the House of Commons equivalent, because I don't know where we'd be. We'd be like Canada. We'd be like a tablet for the Canadians to follow and to be okay with. If I yeah, I mean, I've got the manual with the camera. I've got a wide-angle lens on it, the Sony 0.75 lens. I've got the manual, a couple of batteries. This is my own remote control from another Sony that I had, which works fine with it. If I covered that light there, but the funny thing is, I bought two of these cameras. I bought one off eBay from Poland. It should arrive any day now, and that one said in the advert that the firewire connection, the DV connection, DV out, had been serviced. Of course, the way around it is you you just find a cassette that hasn't had the DV outlet fucked, right? But then you can't do this because I'm not recording to tape, right? I'm recording straight to hard disk, and the reason I bought this particular camera is because it does not go on standby. I don't need, like with my Panasonic 3CCD, which I knackered up the DV port, right? That was my fault. You can imagine the joy in this house when that happened. But with this camera, it switches itself off. With this camera, I mean this kitten, with this camera, which is a DVX100B, after 5 minutes, if you don't remember to hit record and play a bit of tape, as soon as the heads go to sleep, the camera goes to sleep and you lose the connection with the computer. So if you're in stop motion or if you're out in the field and you're filming stuff, straight to hard disk, a portable hard disk or a hard disk in a Mac or anything with a iLink connection. This is a 2012 Mac. It's got the 800 iLink compared to the 400. I don't know. But Sony, this camera's from 2003, 2004, and I don't know, it's just one of the world's worst examples of a fuck up in design for some reason. Somebody somewhere in Japan has got to live with the decision that they created to put this goddamn under-engineered flimsy port in a camera. That's the most important part. You've got, as well as that, I mean, the actual layout of the camera, the DV port, you've got a flap that comes down and opens, and the DV connector's right at the bottom. So the flap always wants to be pushing against it, whereas the S-Video lead is at the top. You've got S-Video, then you've got a couple of RCAs, whatever it is, I can't quite see it, but then the DV's right at the bottom, the most important component. So let's see. I'll try and move it, and we'll see. Right, if it goes, it goes. Right, it'll break off. I'm keeping pressure on it. So that's. I'm just going straight into iMovie HD. All right. Yeah,